What is this? Where am I? Is this rock and roll? How did I get here? Better go back to the beginning. I'm going to Boise, Idaho to the Treefort Music Festival to find out what is rock and roll and how can I get in on it. This is the Becky with the Good Jokes Rock and Roll Special, featuring Gina Yashere, Emma Arnold, Sunny from Blackwater Holy Light, New Move, and more! I'm here in Boise, Idaho at the Treefort Music Festival to finally get an answer to my question, what is rock and roll and how can I get in on it? And this is the place to be. It's all happening. Treefort, Taco Fort, Water Fort, Dog Fort, Dumpster Fort. 0 days? That's not true. It's actually like 4 or 5 days, and every one of them is going to be fantastic, filled with music and comedy and food and awesome stuff, and it's going to be a good time. It's starting to rain a little bit, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because at a music festival, it's always in a tent, right? Like, there's always a tent. It's intense, you might say. All of Boise is excited and ready for the Treefort Music Festival. Everybody's getting in on it. All the shops and businesses. There's a huge mural throughout downtown. Everybody's ready to go. The whole city is literally pulsing with excitement for the festival. And it all kicks off on Thursday night. The only problem is, I got here on Wednesday night. They rolled up the sidewalks. It's 9 o'clock and they've just rolled them up. P.F. Chang's is gone dark. Nobody on the streets. If there's rock and roll happening in this town, it is surely not here. We gotta go find it. I set off into the night to try to find the rock and roll in Boise, Idaho on a Wednesday. Instead, I ended up finding Boise's darkest and most secret shame. Well, this is just sad. Another tractor, held in a cage behind glass. Tractors should be free. Running in fields, digging up dirt, looking for more dirt, doing corn, tractor stuff. This tractor is here in downtown Boise, encased in glass, on display for passerbys to bring their children with little bags of peanuts to gawk at. We throw peanuts to the tractor, but the tractor can't even get the peanuts because there's plate glass in between the peanuts and the tractor. The tractor should be in the wild. I'm gonna set this tractor free tonight. I'm not gonna do that. Hey, will you sign my petition to free this tractor? Petition, free the tractors. Nobody wants to save the tractors. Nobody wants to talk to me. I was hoping to bring some jokes to the people of Boise. There's not a lot of people out here, though. But there was one person who really wanted to hear my set. So I just had to do it. I am originally from Alaska. I moved to Portland, Oregon a little bit ago. It's kind of weird being in America now. Wow, applause break already. Thank you. Woo! It's nothing better than a well-timed woo. Do another one. We want an encore. Stop it. No, I don't have time for an encore. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have another show. About to go do my first set of the festival here at Liquid Laughs. Pauly Shore's gonna be here. I opened for him and Helium. Oh, Nathan Brennan. He was on the show at Bridgetown. We like him. Congratulations to Nathan. Good, solid guy. Liquid guy now. Solid. He's a solid guy performing at Liquid.
We are just so tickled. We are just two in the pink up here. Yeah. Okay, so excited. Your next comedian, you guys, kids, she is from Alaska. She hosts that monthly show called Becky with the Good Jokes. Oh, I love it. You guys, kids, please put your hands together for Miss Becky Braunstein. What's going on, Boise? How's it going?
teeth for the first time in 3 years. I got more blood on my hands than the Bush administration. I was just recently in New Orleans, Louisiana. That was a trip, yeah. What a weird city, man. I went to a voodoo museum in New Orleans. I stopped by the gift shop on the way out. I bought a voodoo doll that looks exactly like me. So I painted a big smile on its face and put money in its pockets. I pulled out half the stuffing. We'll see how this goes. I am Becky Braunstein. That's my time for tonight. Thank you.
At the end of my set, I had been awake for 36 hours straight, but, as you know, there's no sleeping in rock and roll, so I ventured out to see what I can find, and I started to realize the longer I stayed awake and the more I wandered around, the closer and closer I got to discovering not only the nature of rock and roll, but also the truth. If you see purple light coming out of a building, that's never good. That is never good. Something is going on up there. Where's the Illuminati when you need them? You know what I mean? The Illuminati, I've been told my whole life the Illuminati was these people in the shadows behind the scenes doing, God knows what, and pulling the strings, and they're making shit happen. Oh, you think the government's working for you? Nope. There's a bunch of, but you know what? Sometimes when you need the Illuminati, where the hell are they? You know what I mean? They're hiding behind the scenes. Nobody's doing anything. If they're pulling the strings, why the hell aren't the strings getting pulled? And meanwhile, we got purple lights coming out of a building. I don't know what the hell's going on. And nobody is coming down to see what the hell is going on in that purple light shining building. Purple lights are never good. Nothing good is ever going on in a building with purple light shining out of it. That is never good. Never. Something terrible is happening there. They're taking people and they're taking their names away and they're giving them numbers and like forcing them into jobs they don't want and like telling them like, that they gotta blend in and like stop asking questions about the purple light. Why is there a purple light? Because it's purple. Because that's the light that you get. And everybody gets a light. The light that they don't even want. Nobody voted for this light. Nobody asked me, do I want a purple light? What color do I want it to be? What the hell is going on out there? I'm scared. Somebody needs to address this. I'm obviously alone in this. There's nobody out here. They've rolled up the sidewalks. There's purple light coming out of that building. Scully! I decided to abandon my search for the truth and instead head back to my hotel room for some much-needed sleep. The next day, everything looked different in the daylight, so I headed down to the Artist Lounge, which is a place where performers in the festival can hang out and network and talk to other performers and get a chair massage, relax, enjoy some free snacks and drinks. Mostly snacks. Hanging out at the Artist Lounge here at Treefort. This is like a place where all the performers come and they got snacks, they got like stuff to drink, they got coffee. It's different being at a music festival versus a comedy festival as a comedian, because I feel like, at a comedy festival, we're all like kind of trying to be cool, but like we're not. But here, I feel like everybody is so cool, and that we, the comedians, are clearly not cool. But I don't know, I feel kind of cool adjacent. Cool by association. I'm not cool. Here with Sunny. Sunny, are you in a band?
Yes.
What is your band called?
We're called Blackwater Holy Light.
Blackwater Holy Light. That's the coolest name I've ever heard. You look very cool, very rock and roll.
Thank you.
I am, of course, here at Treefort to find out what is rock and roll and how can I get in on it. In your mind, Sunny, what is rock and roll?
For us, rock and roll is just being like really honest and true to yourself and just like playing what you feel. Yeah, just shredding really hard.
That is awesome. Yeah. So how can I get in on it?
Well, you can come watch our set. We're playing Neurolux tomorrow night. We're performing with our friends in a band called Weed, and then we have a collaboration band with them, and then Blackwater Holy Light plays Neurolux tomorrow night, 8 to 10.
All of that sounded so cool. Just the words you were saying are cooler than anything I've ever said in my life. And I'm here with, what was your name, please?
Emma Arnold.
I know Emma, but I'm so excited because Emma is not only a fantastic comedian from Boise here, but you are also sort of coordinating, directing, managing, making the impossible happen for Comedy Fort, the comedy portion of the Treefort Music Festival. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I co-direct it with Dylan Haas, and he does more of the bullshit, boring stuff. And I do like am I allowed to cuss on this? Oh,
please, cuss away.
I forgot you said this was rock and roll, and I immediately was like, oh, sorry, I said the S word. No, he does a lot of the boring stuff, and I do more like the artist liaison, donut eating, walking around, talking stuff. So that's
an important part. I feel like the donuts. You, by the way, as someone who appreciates a good gift bag, as you know I do, this woman right here, she and Dylan have done such a good job with those gift bags. I mean, What was the inspiration?
Well, I do a lot of festivals, and I really appreciate, like you, and in fact, I always look through your gift bag posts because I really appreciate a good gift bag, and I appreciate a handwritten note that shows that like somebody cares and they put the time into it. So whenever we do the gift bags, I always like throw and a bunch of stuff in there. That also like I make a little hangover kit and stuff like that. And last year when you posted about it, so I knew you were coming this year, so I was like, well, we got to up that game. We got to make it just a little better than last time.
So, as a comedian doing comedy in a festival that is primarily a music festival, how do you feel about that?
The first couple years we did it, we were a little worried people wouldn't like walk away from the music to come and do comedy, but it hasn't been a problem. Like every show has always been packed and sold out. So I think it's actually really fun, and I think it's really fun for comedians to get to do comedy on the main stage.
What is rock and roll?
Oh God, I'm a mom, so I feel like I shouldn't even be at I don't know. You know, Becky, rock and roll to me is all about not caring. I'm pulling up. Did you hear me pull up my control top pantyhose as I answered that question?
What's more rock and roll than that? That's you want me to snap my Spanx for you? Because I fully will. This is Feminism and Rock and Roll at the Treefort Music Festival / Comedy Fort Comedy Festival.
Yay!
Emma Arnold, comedy rock and roll mom, killing it on all fronts. Back to you, no one. Why did I say that? Thank you so much. I was having a great time in the Artist Lounge, eating all kinds of snacks, but I decided that I should probably leave the safety of the nest and go and mingle with the crowds, hang out with all the people, have the really full experience. I think that guy's a cop. You have the sweetest cape. Please show the viewers. Look at this. He's like a rock and roll superhero. I mean...
It's got a stash pocket, too.
Stash coins?
Things to help change your elevation.
There's an eyeball coming at us.
Change your elevation.
Ding ding.
So if you don't mind me asking, you seem like you probably know, what is rock and roll?
It's got a stash pocket.
How can I get in on it?
Stash pocket.
Thanks, man. Well, have a good time, man. Good to meet you. I am here at Treefort with Gina Yashere. And I'm so excited that she is here.
Oh!
And she's excited. PBJ, they're giving us peanut butter and deli sandwiches. How do you feel being here in Boise for Treefort?
I'm loving it. I've never been to Boise before, and I'm glad I came. It's awesome, great vibe. This artist lounge is brilliant. They got some really fantastic acts on this weekend. Looking forward to it.
How do you feel being that this is a music festival primarily as a comedian in a sea of musicians?
I don't mind because I love music and I get to see some great acts. So I'm going to hopefully see Sassy Black. I'm going to see George Clinton, which is awesome. Going to see Rhapsody. Going to see Santa. Lots and lots of different acts. So, and plus they make the comedy separate. You're not just an afterthought to the music. They've actually got separate venues where people can come and see comedy. So I like that.
Being, so you live in New York, is that true?
I live in New York. I'm originally from London, England. I moved out to Los Angeles first, lived there for a few years. Loved the weather, hated the comedy, and went to New York.
You are a worldly citizen of the world. How is it for you here in Boise, Idaho?
I'm loving it. It's a very sort of cool, trendy, hipstery town. I mean, I did yoga this morning with about 700 other people. I love that kind of vibe. Everybody's just very... People float in Boise. It's a very floaty... Hi, it's very... I like it. I like it a lot.
I live in Portland, Oregon, and we are also kind of a weird, very floaty. I think every day is yoga for it in Portland. Have you been to Portland?
I am desperate to go to Portland. I have friends there, and I want to do a comedy show in Portland. So I'm looking for venues. So if you know any good venues...
Portland will come out to see you. Please come to Portland.
Well, if you live there, come open for me. We can do this shit together.
I am on it. We are doing this shit.
Becky!
I'm here to find out, what is rock and roll, and, how can I get in on it? Cliff, what is rock and roll?
Look at me. I don't know what rock and roll is. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm very unhip.
Sweaters can be rock and roll, as Rivers Cuomo and Weezer pointed out.
You should try the Rice Krispie treats.
I think that's try the Rice Krispie treats with a wink scenario.
It's got a stash pocket.
Ding ding.
Snap, crackle, pop.
To my mom.
Sure. Cliff's mom, what's up? We're,
I was kidding about the drugs.
He's kidding about the drugs.
Try one of these chairs.
How does this work? You seem like rock and roll people. I'm trying to find out what is rock and roll.
Care more about the songs than your hair.
I care a lot about my hair because I feel like it's always disgusting and I'm always messing with it. My bangs take like a lot of work.
I only have music. There is no hair. So.
That was so rock and roll. That was such a rock and roll thing to say. So what sort of music do you do?
So we're kind of like a modern pop rock outfit, basically. 5-piece.
5-piece, like a 5-piece chicken bucket.
We are a 5-piece chicken bucket, basically.
Be modest about this whole situation. New move is, like I said, sweeping the nation right now. You should think about like the best song you've ever heard. Times that by 2.
Today by Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, times it by 3 for that one. And that's new move, essentially.
Like, what is the new move? What does that mean?
Oh, man, I'm probably not the best person to answer that question.
You're literally in the band.
We'll just let the fans decide, basically.
Rock and roll. How can I get in on it?
It's all over this town right now. So.
It is. It's taken over.
Pretty well involved already.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is terrifying. I'm doing it right now.
You're a rock star.
I'm a rock star. Yeah. After all my searching and wondering and interviewing and asking and wandering around, I finally realized the best way to get in on rock and roll is to, well, just get in on it.
Becky with the good
jokes.
Becky with the good jokes.
Becky with the good jokes is kick ass.
Thank you, Becky, with the good jokes.